Closing costs for a co-op in New York City. What are they? Well, let's talk about it. G'day and welcome to another episode of Daddy Knows Best. I'm Property Daddy NYC, and if you haven't liked or subscribed, do so now. Ring that bell for future notifications, and if you love the video, please leave a comment below. Always love to hear from you. Also, I want to let you know before we start that all these details can be found in the description below. Today we're talking about closing costs on co-op apartments here in New York City. There's two sides of the transaction, the seller and the buyer. Let's start with the seller and see what their closing costs are. The seller will have a seller's attorney, and those attorney fees will start at about $2,000 up to about $4,500. And if the transaction proves to be a little bit more complicated, then the attorney's fees could be a little bit higher. Stock transfer stamps for a co-op are 5 cents per share. New York City real property transfer tax is 1% of the price of a property under $500,000 and 1.425% of the price of properties over $500,000. New York State transfer tax is 0.4% of the sale price for properties under $3 million and 0.65% of the sale price for properties at $3 million or over. The transfer agent fee, or the co-op's attorney fee, could range anywhere between about $500 to $750. The flip tax, if applicable, is determined by the co-op building, unless otherwise stated or negotiated. The managing agent's fees can start at about $650 and up. The move-out deposit for the seller would be about $1,000 or more. The broker commission, which the seller pays, is normally about 6% of the sale price. Lost stock and lease fees can be about $250 and up. The e-tax filing, or the ACRIS fee, is $100. And now on to the buyer. As with the seller, the buyer will have their own attorney, and the attorney fees will start at about $2,000 and go up to about $4,500. And if the transaction is more complicated, then the attorney fees will be higher. The building management agent fee is about $500 and up. The move-in deposit. Now this could be anywhere between about $500 to $1,000, but the great news is, in most cases it's refundable if there's no damage. A judgment and lien search will cost about $400 to $500. The financing, or the recognition agreement fee, will be about $250 to $500. Last but not least is the New York City mansion tax. Now this applies to purchases of $1 million or more. It starts at 1% of the purchase price for $1 million and staggers up to 3.9% for homes of $25 million or more. I'll put all these details about closing costs in the description below, so if you have any questions or ideas, please feel free to reach out. And that's it for another episode of Daddy Knows Best. I'm Property Daddy NYC, and if you haven't liked or subscribed, do so now. Ring that bell for future notifications, and if you love the video, please leave a comment below. Always love to hear from you. Okay, take care, and look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next episode of Daddy Knows Best.
Property Daddy's on his way. Yes, here comes Property Daddy now, bouncing down that New York trail. Hippity hoppity, Daddy's on his way.